Hello, I'm Rachel, and I'm currently completing a bachelor's degree in early childhood education breakthrough kindergarten. Within my degree, I have decided not to pursue a teaching certificate. Throughout my studies, field experiences, and nannying jobs, I realized I did not want to teach in a classroom setting. Instead, I realized I loved working one on one with children, discussing and researching their development, and informing others how to appropriately foster it. Through my experiences, I learned there was a need to teach information about early childhood development. And currently for my Clinical 1, I'm interning as a student teacher in a preschool class at Foundations for the Future. They are a childcare and elementary school program in Kennesaw, Georgia. Their demographics is mixed, but it is a fairly expensive school. As far as I know, the only English language learner is a child in my class, and he is originally from Brazil and speaks Portuguese, but he has been learning English at an exponential rate. He picks up things very quickly and understands things very quickly as well. For an assignment in one of my previous classes, we were asked to tour a school with a specific curriculum we were not familiar with, and I happened to pick Foundations because they implement a creative curriculum. The creative curriculum intrigued me, and upon reading about the curriculum, it kind of followed close to a philosopher I like, Vygotsky. When I toured the school, I fell in love with the look of the school, the natural environment around it, their values, and the curriculum. They are very focused on creating lessons and themes out of their children's current interests, which means you have to know and listen to your students to find out what they're wondering about, what they have questions about, what they like, and what will keep them engaged. For my placement, I asked to be in an infant or toddler room since I love their development the most and how quickly they learn things and grow. Instead, I was placed in the preschool class, which gave me a whole nother range of experiences that I did not expect. And with my student teaching, it kind of made it hard for me to find another nanny job. So I asked to be hired on to the school, and I was. So now I work in the mornings in the infant room and then in my preschool classroom daily. And throughout the afternoon, they tend to send me to any classroom as well, any age range, because I'm adaptable at any range and get along with fostering any age of development, which is really fun and interesting to see how I have to change my teachings and management styles with each age group daily. The main philosopher I study is Lev Vygotsky. I fully believe in social learning and working with children within their zone of proximal development and working with them on the skills that are slightly ahead of them that they can attain that's just out of reach, but they're slowly building on. Children, in my belief, are avid learners. They just need to be taught the skills of self-control, self-regulation, motivation, and how to become engaged and how to stay engaged and what keeps them engaged. When working in my Clinical 1, I observed different styles of teaching and behavior management through all various teachers that I've worked with. And then I tried implementing my own skills and views. Every day I would take note of what worked, what didn't, and how it helped the children improve their skills. One of my professors here at Kennesaw State focuses heavily on conscious discipline with teaching social emotional skills and understanding how and why children do what they do, why they make these choices and actions that they make. And learning about the how and the why and what tools I can use, I have focused on myself on staying calm, patient, and taking the time to talk with my children and model for them what skills they should use, and how to use them. And every child is different, so I try to differentiate my tools and ways to implement my lessons and even implement my social emotional lessons in the moment if two children are having a conflict. I decide what they need and how to show them those skills. And then when I'm teaching my lessons, sometimes my small group lessons are taught slightly different within each group. One group I teach one way, the next group I teach slightly different. And sometimes I improve myself with each way I teach my lesson. Throughout my experiences, my philosophy hasn't really changed. It has only just expanded. Through my studies, I was able to learn various tools and resources to help me achieve teaching these skills to children and adults. This is very important to me because with ages 0 to 5, their minds are developing at a rapid rate. And at this point in their life, they are setting a foundation to help them continue growing into capable, independent adults in the future. And the foundation is the most important part of anything, whether it's children, a house, a lesson, everything. You set that foundation and you build up from it. And it's so important to me that we build up these children with the skills that they need so that way they can succeed no matter what they're doing, where they're going, no matter if it's an academic thing, a social emotional thing, or just living day to day life. And thank you for listening.